Hello, 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 hello. Hello, everybody. Welcome, 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 welcome. Hello, y'all. I know y'all gonna get me on my fire alarm. But y'all, we've just been so busy we've not had time to fool with it. Hey, Innocence and Miss Chewy and Tracy and Tree and Ferdy and D Lucky and Robin and Lady Seven Up, Angel Loader and Sayla and Wise Old Lady and Lucky Charms and Fonda Cheeseman and Arkansas and God's Girl and Believe and Candace. What's up, Candace? Hello, Quick. Hello, Wonder Woman. Hello, Lolly. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Alice. Let's see if I forgot anybody else. Arkansas. I think we got everybody so far. Um, welcome, welcome, welcome. Bobby G. Hello, hillbillies. Hello, Bobby G. Hello, Melissa Martin. Let's see who else we got in here. Hello, Amy. And God is love. Candace is worn out. Hey, everybody. How y'all doing? Hey, 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 hey. I'm sorry about this bird that keeps chirping, but we ain't had time to fix it. Hello, Laura P. Hello, hello, hello. As y'all can see, I've been thinking about summer tonight. Miss Candace and me talked a while ago, and she's doing okay. She's not hurting as bad as what she was, and she's tired because she's been working all day. Ain't you, Miss Candace? But my summer's been on my mind a lot still, and Christine made some videos I want to kind of go over too. Um, and Christine, she does a lot of research and stuff on the videos, and I think some of them is like the possibilities of, like, she's really concerned about the footprints. Like, she done research on that, and just a lot of other stuff. I'll put my link out here for you, Candace, if you want to come up. I don't know if you want to or not, because I know you've worked all day, but you can if you want to. Um, but yeah, you guys, I have unfortunate news though for little Oaklee Snow. I don't. Let me play that. I think they may have found her remains. Let me see if I can find that. They found remains. So hang on, let me bring that up. Well, shoot. Sorry, guys. They found remains. Summer's always on my mind and heart. Yes, ma'am, she is. Let me show you. Let's see. Well, Bart, what am I doing? Daisy Cow? Okay. I want to play this for you guys because they potentially have found some remains.
An investigation in Morgan County. That's where a child's remains were discovered. Right now, we don't know the identity of those remains or what led police to that location. All of this comes after months of searching for this missing 2-year-old, last seen here in Indianapolis. Tonight, we know that police believe that little Oaklee Snow is dead tonight and disposed of somewhere. Our Logan Gay walks us through these new details just uncovered in the investigation into the girl's disappearance.
Hoosiers have been desperately searching for 2-year-old Oaklee Snow for months. Police say she and her 7-month-old brother were taken from their home in Oklahoma here to Indianapolis by their mother, Madison Marshall, and her boyfriend, Roan Waters. According to court documents, Oaklee was last seen by a witness in February, being carried out of a drug house in Indianapolis, wrapped in a blanket and looking unconscious. Marshall's boyfriend also later admitted to abandoning the 7-month-old at the drug house. In March, Marshall was charged for abandoning the 7-month-old. And police announced despite several searches and interviews, Oaklee had not been found, believed to be dead and disposed of. Fast forward to Friday. IMPD confirmed they found child remains in Morgan County. The coroner has not identified them yet and are not releasing what led to detectives finding the remains. I reached out to Oaklee's grandmother, and she said their family is still waiting for a positive identification, and they don't know anything further at this time. A local volunteer named Janie Dubbs, who has been actively trying to help find Oaklee here in Indianapolis, told me the volunteers are holding on to hope during this tough time. She told me this in a statement. Although Hoosiers wanted to get answers for the family, this will not be the answers we would want. We are all praying with and for the family until we know for sure. In Indianapolis, Logan Gay, 13 News.
Okay, guys. Yeah. So sad news about this little baby. Yeah. Yeah, it is very, very sad, Candace. It's so sad. Um, I had a feeling that Mama did do something because they said that she was seen packing a little baby out of the out of the house in a blanket and it wasn't moving. Bob G says there was an adult male who was found dead in Hawkins County near the tunnel that has graffiti painted on it. Yeah, I told you about that. My daddy wouldn't even. My daddy was scared of that thing. We walked through that tunnel one time, and my daddy refused to walk through it. I don't know if he thought it was something going on with it, but it scared him. And my daddy's claustrophobic like me, or he was, but yeah, that's weird. But since all this fentanyl stuff, they're finding people left and right dead everywhere. That fentanyl is getting out of hand. Uh, Hang on, let me get my charger for this computer. Okay. As my computer's going dead on me, you guys. But yeah, there's a lot of bad things going on in the world. But yeah, I've been to that tunnel before, Bob G. I have. So I know. There's a lot of things going on. Hey, Wisconsin mama. God is love. People are sick. They are sick. Very, very, very sick, Candace. I wanted to read Zigzag. Zigzag. Hi, Miss Daisy, Candace, Sailor, Robin, Innocence, Miss Chewy. Hello, Zigzag. How are you doing? I did see all of it, of the stuff going on today with that. Hey, Tina Bobina. Hello, Private Eye. Yeah, fentanyl is really, really, really bad. Candace, there was a person in Kathy's chat last night who was talking with John, who also lost a child. They have wrote a song for summer. Aw, that's sweet. I want to try to bring up what stuff that and today we're going to focus on summer. We're not going to talk about no drama, no nothing. The possibilities of where this baby could be at. Hey, Fitz. Yeah, fentanyl is bad everywhere, y'all. Fentanyl is bad everywhere. See, I used to give fentanyl in the hospital, but it was in a patch. This is a new kind of fentanyl. So I'm not familiar, and they're saying it's pretty deadly. So people needs to be careful with it. A lot of people's family members are, they're losing their family members because of it. Let me see if I can find Christine's thing right quick. She did a video around. I'm not for sure what. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that, guy. I'm not for sure about what that's all about. So why she only takes summer that day? You all, I just if you gonna come in here, y'all know Candace is in here. Why do not come in here being bratty, okay? Hey, Misty, be nice. Don't ask stupid questions. Candace is in here to support her daughter, okay? Not to have people come in here to try to attack her. I won't tolerate that. Neither will my mods tolerate that as well. Now let's see. I think that was an older video that Christine made. Let me go back and see. I've got to see where she. This is the footprint one. I don't know, y'all. Let's see. She made some really pretty videos about summer, but I think some of them has got a thing. So, Daisy, can we make? Hang on. Ask Candace if they have accepted CCF. Um, I don't know. Can we make it plain that the Wells has not turned down professional help? Right. Absolutely, they haven't. Yeah, Candace, keep your chin up. Daisy, please ask Candace if they asked did CC. Listen, y'all, I don't know if they were going to do that. Like, Candace didn't have the best experience in the world with Chris M. So I don't blame her if she don't want to fool with him right now because of what happened before. Hey Lynn, big time. Hey. Summer brought us all together as her army. We are Summer strong and we keep her and find her. Right. They have turned down professional help. We don't know that. We don't know that. I would love anything to find my daughter Summer. I haven't turned anyone away, but I'm not going over Don's head on some people. Right, Candace? I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. Killer, would you like to come up? I really don't know what Christine's video is about. She's taking care of her grandma right now, so they don't need CM on this case with the one track mind. Well, I think he's already burned his bridges with them, y'all. And you can't blame them. Every time Don reaches out to somebody on YouTube, there's somebody that always attacks him. So, and make no mistake, y'all, other people in CCF can help without him. That might be something that they would look into. Now, crimes, you know what Doug's offer is. That's a bunch of bullshit. Don said Candace said no to CCF. I didn't hear Don say that. Now listen, guys. If y'all come in here, you're gonna be respectful to Candace. You're not gonna disrespect her in here. That's all I'm saying. Don't go making accusations and don't go making mean remarks. Co-Case Foundation, and he isn't the owner of the co-sound. Okay, well that's good. I will not have anything to do with CM. Sorry, he has done us wrong. I mean, yeah, I don't blame her. After look what he did, guys. I mean, I don't blame her. He took the case and made it out to be something that it wasn't, and I don't blame him. Okay, Killer, it's okay. We just want the truth. Well, the truth is there's a 5-year-old, 7-year-old missing child right now, and nobody knows where she's at. But guess what? Her mom's in here to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And so you can give her that much credit. She's in here supporting us, talking about her. Hey, Bobo. Don and Candace are strong. With God, they are stronger. May God bless them. Yes, God's girl. Absolutely. Um, there was an offer from the rehab. I'm not being. Listen, Candace know nothing about that crimes. She didn't know. She told Doug up here on the panel that she didn't know. Um, so there you go. If Candace and Don reaches out, it won't be through. Um, it won't be through it. Daisy is right. We need new eyes. Maybe catch something missed. Right, and Candace agrees with us on that. That there needs to be new eyes on this case. Candace feels frustrated as the rest of us does. All we want is the truth. Exactly, y'all. I can see why they wouldn't jump for help from just anyone. Exactly. Candace, Chris M doesn't want to be involved other than instead. Well, there's other ways. Miss Daisy, Candace said she was good to answer questions. Please let her answer them. Well, if she wants to, she can. I'm not stopping her. I just want y'all to be very respectful. Wanting professionals to get involved over random YouTubers isn't attacking Candace to be. No, it ain't be that, but to get in here and say lots of mean stuff is. Where's my mods at tonight? How late out? You're not late. We just come on. Would Candace and Don be willing to answer questions live on here with you? Candace has answered questions before on here. It's not like she hasn't. She's talked about Summer a lot. Miss Daisy, Killer Looks, has a great study loop that is to collect as much data as we can regarding Little Summer. Christine has been watching and offering a reverse mapping of Beach Creek. I know, but if we don't have Christine on here to um, if we don't have Christine on here to explain it, then what's the use of me playing it? The CCF is bigger than Chris. Look it up. He's not even a part of the executive team. They helped Brandy. Yeah, but Chris was also very nice to Brandy. He has not been very nice to Candace and Dawn. Hey, Wildfire! Candace, you guys don't own an explanation. What you're doing, something needs to be kept to you and Ellie. And I know you're doing the best. We support you guys. Exactly, you all. Christine has to take care of her grandma at night, y'all. So, yeah, as long as you all are respectful and Candace is okay, Candace can answer whatever question she wants to. But there's some things that she don't want on YouTube, and I don't blame her. She can answer what she thinks is appropriate. Candace and Don should not answer questions on YouTube. Let Ellie do their job. I do think that there should be new eyes on this case, though, y'all. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Candace agrees. Candace is all for them being new guys to come in and look at this case. The cold case would be good, but as long as it's not associated with anybody that's hurt them in the past or that would come after them and not be very nice. Let's see. Satan himself could find my child. I'd be grateful. I will answer some, but not going into details. Okay, Candace. If you want the truth, Candace, then us happen. It helped that Brandy accepted the help and only spoke about her missing son. Well, also, but Candace opened her house up to Chris M. And look what happened. Look what happened when she opened her house up. She took him down at Warriors Park. She took him step by step on what happened that day, step by step. And she was very sincere. And look what happened. She took him in her home. She invited him into her home, y'all. And look what happened. I know that y'all like Chris M, but I really believe Chris M got his butt hurt feelings, and that's why he turned on them. Yeah, they have. They have. They went to Dr. Phil. They went to the behavior panel. And we know the behavior panel is not right because look at little Cleo Smith. They were ready to jump on them. Like they was very suspicious that that Cleo Smith's mom and stepdad took her, and come to find out some crazy man took her for a baby doll. So no, I don't blame Candace for not wanting to go. Sorry, just my opinion. If this was my child, I would want any help at any cost. That's my baby. Well, Gwen, put yourself in their shoes, okay? They did get help. They went to Chris McDonough. And what happened? They got ripped to shreds. Like, you have no idea. Think about all these ugly, ugly, ugly YouTube videos being made about, and people making fun of Candace and Don. Come on, okay? Put yourself in their shoes. It's easy to sit here and say, oh, well, I would do this and that. But when you're already grieving a child and then you have somebody come into your home that you welcomed in for help and they put put it on you, and everybody starts to attack you, make fun of you, and critique every single word that comes out of your mouth. And they have, and we all can agree on it, that everything that Candace and Don has said has been critiqued and flipped aside. You know? So how Candace has went out of her way to try to find her daughter. Just because she's not like other people getting out here and doing this and that, she still wants her daughter found. They could check into the Charlie Project. It doesn't investigate. Y'all got to also think, um, I know that's not you, Benny Keys. I know that's not the real Benny Keys. I checked that channel out. It's not him. It's somebody trolling in his name. But anyways, you think about it. Like, Don and Candace has to make a living, y'all. They have to pay for their children's child support. They have to eat. They have to pay bills. And it's hard for them to try to make a living and be doing it and traveling all this way and everything. Who's going to pay for that, y'all? Because y'all already come after them whenever they try to ask for any kind of help. You come after them. So, I mean, put yourself in their shoes, You don't know that, Ava. You don't know that. Now be nice. How could you sit there and say that they don't want nothing about their daughter found? Have you seen Candace cry behind the scenes? There's Miss Chewy. Frankie's here too. Good, guys, because we got some trolls coming in here being mean. You can say anything about me. The only one important is a Miss Child. I don't know what you're saying. You all don't even begin to know what these parents has been through. Why do you talk for Candace? Let her talk. Paul Matro, are you the one that's from Prayer Gardens over there? Was you the one that left a nasty little comment on my comments the other? If y'all don't like me over here and you want to talk bad about me over here, then don't come over here, okay? Miss Daisy, Brandy, let Chris come in and help. Yeah, Chris came in and helped, but he didn't rip her apart like he did Candace, did he? We don't know what Candace and Don's child support is. We don't know, you guys. Candace needs to stop talking to lips. I don't know about that, y'all. I feel maybe I'm going to say this. I love my daughter, Summer, and my boys, and I would give everything for my family to get back together. I want my daughter, Summer, found no matter what anyone says. Much love to you all. We know that, Candace. So y'all want Candace to come in here and answer freaking questions, but you want to come in here like little brats, some of you, and say mean stuff and come at her? You expect her to stay in here if y'all gonna come in here and be mean? I mean, come on, y'all. Put yourself in her shoes. Let me tell you something about Brandy. I love Brandy. She was one of the first ones on my channel. I was one of the first ones that she was on my channel. But Brandy has a lot of support from her police enforcement, from her law enforcement in Idaho. I think we can all agree that Idaho police is a hell of a lot better than Hawkins County. And let me tell you something. This state is a good old boy. This state is a good old boy system. And yeah, there's a lot of good old boys. I'll scratch your back. You scratch my back. I go to the country club with you. You go to the country club. We're friends. I'll cover your butt in this freaking state. I know that from my own personal freaking experience here in the state of Tennessee. So, y'all don't know what it's like here in Tennessee. They let people literally get away with shit. The big shots, they cover for each other's backs in the state. So don't come in here attacking Candace. You don't know anything that's going on in this case. If you wanted Candace to stay in here and answer questions about her daughter, then be respectful, because she's not going to if you keep being an asshole to her. So be nice. Sorry. I don't mean to cuss, but it is what it is. Candace agrees that there needs to be new law enforcement look at this case. Can you imagine how frustrated she is? She tells me that a lot. Hello, Morbid. How are you? This case is very, very crazy. Candace said in chat she will answer questions. She will, but she's not going to go into all this breakdown and all this other stuff. What she feels comfortable saying, she feels comfortable saying. Hey, Hillbilly 29. Okay, Bo Evans, I'm sorry. New feet on the ground, new eyes on the case. Exactly. I love y'all. I'm going to leave. I got to go to work tomorrow and see what I can find out on my beautiful daughter, Summer. Good night, Candace, and you have a good night and get you some rest, okay? And we're going to keep on praying for this baby. We definitely are, no doubt. Miss Daisy, this is not easy. Hang in there. I know it's not. Hey, Looby Loo. Ronnie isn't going to do anything but twiddle the thumbs. He should be in his position. And even Candace and Don agrees that, there needs to be new eyes on this case, you guys. I haven't seen anyone being mean. I'm from Indiana and I know how good old boy works. I spent a lot of time in Tennessee and know how it is. It's really bad in here, you guys. I'm telling you. I've had my own experiences with the pat my back, I'll pat your back stuff. Um, get this, doctors and lawyers and police department people, all the big shots, they go to country clubs together. All these big shot people, they hang out at country clubs. They know each other. Good night. Love you, Candace. Good night, honey. Love you, honey. Yeah, and in the state of Tennessee, it's really bad. Really bad. If you want to hear Candace, you would treat her better than you did. Yes, I'm going to give her hell. What good is that going to do, Lisa? You going to give her hell? She's not going to listen to you. And when y'all write these big mean comments on my stuff, first time I see the first sentence is mean and rude, I don't even read it. So it's pointless. Wouldn't you rather sit down like a human being and talk to her like a human being and us try to figure out what happened that day of that baby? Wouldn't you rather do that, Lisa, than to talk bad? Prayers for you, Daisy, in chat. Thank you, Candace. I need it. I definitely need it. Thank you. Jinkies was supposed to go live tonight, but of course. Daisy, can I get a link, please? Yes, sir. You come on up, Texas. Money talks, unfortunately. I don't know what that means. Good night, Candace. Hey, Nanny for life. Y'all, let me tell you something. This woman wants her baby found, whether y'all want to believe it or not. Why would she come on YouTube? Why would she come on YouTube and take all this criticism from people if she didn't want her baby found? We're none of us perfect. None of us. None of us are perfect. Kim Holmes said, so many are just looking at the parents. There's so many possibilities that we are missing people. God forbid that person or persons could have their eyes on another child, if not already. Exactly. They did it once, they'll do it again. And you're right. Texas. What's up, Texas?
What's up, girl? How you doing?
Getting my feathers in the ruffle. I wish people would understand that coming in here and attacking Candace ain't gonna help nothing.
It's not Thank what it's gonna do.
Thank you.
To me, honestly, in my opinion, what that's gonna do is that's gonna make her go back into a shell where she's not gonna want to be nowhere.
Oh, I had the wrong time. Go ahead, sorry.
That's just my opinion, though.
Right.
She's gonna see how people are gonna continue to attack, and not want to.
She's gonna shut down.
She's gonna shut back down again. She's gonna shut back down like she did before.
I mean, there's no reasoning with some people. No matter what you say or do, they're going to twist it and turn it and make it their own.
That's because they got their mindset. They got their mindset already. Here, thank you, babe. They got their mindset already.
Miss Daisy, with all due respect, nobody can ask Candace questions because you get upset over it. No, I don't get upset over y'all answering asking
Let me
questions.
ask the people that are attacking her something. Can I do that, Daisy, real quick in your chat,
Yeah,
please?
go ahead, Tex.
For the people that are attacking, that are attacking her, what happens if the tables were turned and this was you that had a daughter missing or a child missing, and people were attacking you? How would you feel? Could anybody in the chat that's been attacking this woman please answer that for me? If the tables were turned where it was you had a child missing, and people were attacking you every single damn day, how would you guys think? You would think
Not
the
only
same
that,
way that this lady
they make
thinks.
fun of her. They pick on her. They make fun of
But
her.
that's the reason why I
They're
had to
trying to
reverse it.
turn Dawn against her and
But that's
just
the reason why I had to reverse it on them and put it on them now. If this was you, if you were in her shoes, put yourself in her shoes, and with the people attacking her the way they have been, how would you feel if you were her?
look at that. That's a mommy that loves her baby. Look, she took all kinds of pictures of this baby. Personally, I would be okay. The child matters, not the parent. The child matters, right? And the parent matters,
They both matter because one's getting attacked.
right?
That's exactly right, Jaded. Stop judging people before the judge, before our judge. What did it say? It jumped. Holy crap! Where'd it go?
I could throw all the shade on me, throw me in jail. I don't know what I had to do, but I'd find my daughter. It's easy to say that
Yeah,
until
it's
it
easy.
happens
It's
to
easier
you.
said than done. It's easier
I
said than
have
done.
been attacked where I just want to shut off my damn YouTube channel and never turn it back on again.
But we can't
Just
do that though, Daisy. That's not allowing. That's allowing them to win.
well, it's the thing is you can't reason with people. They don't want to hear it. They've made their mind up that these people has hurt the baby and they don't want to hear anything else.
I know. I know. Look, and you know I was that way in the beginning. I was that way in the beginning. You know I was. And the more I heard, from Don and them after, like just recently, that I changed. I changed my mind. I changed my mind about it. I was that way too.
Cameras have yet to be cleared by law enforcement. Anybody's yet to be cleared by law enforcement, not just Don and Candace. I think we can all agree that Hawkins County, this case,
What
there's been a lot of mistakes made in this case, in my opinion.
I think I heard somebody say earlier there needs to be new law enforcement on the case. In my
I think
opinion,
so. Even
in my
Candace thinks so. Go ahead, sorry.
in my opinion, the FBI have to come in. The FBI have to step in from Quantico, Virginia, and take this case over and do it the right way. Because local law enforcement, ain't gonna do nothing. Because in my opinion, I think that they got paid off.
I
Because if
don't
you
know.
look at a lot of stuff Ronnie said in the interviews and on the news, there were flags that rose for me.
Look here what Toaster Oven said. Just found out at a flea market not far from Don and Candace, a Mexican guy
Wait,
in a white van tried taking a little blonde girl around the same time Summer disappeared. He grabbed her out of the crowd. Wow. Right. And there was a lot of people in that area that day. A lot. The FBI, TBI aren't Hawkins County. The FBI was on the scene. Are you questioning the FBI? Um, yeah, probably. I don't know. I just feel like that they should have not let people in that area. I don't know exactly what happened that day. I don't know how it was done. Only certain people does know how it's done. But the thing of the matter is that if they had any evidence against Don and Candace, don't you think they would have been arrested by now, y'all? But the place they took Summer swimming, all the blanks in alcohol doesn't look good. We don't know if there was the D word in that at all. I don't even know if there was alcohol. The only thing that was mentioned was one twisted tea. That was it. That's all that was mentioned. And maybe Donna Candace can get in touch with the cold case file without Chris M's involvement. Miss Daisy, Donna Candace made themselves look guilty and continues making themselves look guilty by never speaking about Summer. Don answers every question about Summer. How many times has he been up on panel answering questions? And Candace. But now when you come at Candace with an arrogant attitude and you want to like rip her apart, then you can see. To be fair, we don't know what really happened this summer. However, we can't sit back and pretend like Donna Candace's behavior hasn't contributed to the suspicion surround them. It is what it is. I agree that, Donna Candace has not been perfect. I'm not saying they ain't. And they've said they've not been perfect. But you have a missing child and then have the internet bombard you and attack you like they were attacked. This is what my opinion is in this case. And I could be very, very wrong, but this is just my opinion. If Summer was somebody's rich family's kid, law enforcement would be on this case nonstop. But because Don and Candace has a history of substance abuse, I feel like they may be judged about this. They're more judged than somebody that has money or rich. Don and Candace, they're poor. They're not poor, but you know, I feel like they're being judged because they have a history of drug abuse. I do.
It's the middle class. They're the middle class. Low class is what they are, and it's the truth. And you're right about that. I agree with everything you just said.
Right. Then why isn't the
That's what
guilty suspects arrested with that logic? The parents would be arrested, but the other suspects would. That makes no sense. It makes no sense because we don't know
because
who did it, Sergeant Spackle. What?
they don't have the
Listen up.
money to keep law enforcement. They don't have the money to keep law enforcement on the case, though, is what it is. So they're just gonna sweep this little girl under the rug because they're not getting the money to keep them to keep looking into it. In my opinion, I called Ronnie Lawson.
Be new eyes on this case.
I made a personal call to Ronnie Lawson and what's his name? Who was the lead investigator? Not Ronnie Lawson. He was who was after him?
Pruitt?
Yes, I called both of them, right? I couldn't get a hold of Ronnie Lawson, so I left a message on his answering machine. I called back and got a hold of Pruitt. Pruitt tells me, and this is a conversation me and him had on the phone, continue to watch the news. Something's going to come out in the news. And that was 4 months ago. And nothing has come out in the news about this case, about her case, about SummerWells' case. And this is exactly what Pruitt told me. Stay watching the news.
Jaded said,
thinking, why would we have to stay watching the news?
I don't understand that either.
I don't understand that.
Keep in mind, loud dogs followed her scent to the road and no cadaver dogs hit. She was taken. Right. And guys, don't you think that if the boys would have seen anything else that they would have told it? The boys were there that day, you all, and I'm sure the boys told the truth, what really happened that day. And I think it's the same. Or wouldn't you think that they would all be arrested by now if the boys said anything different? I understand y'all. I understand where y'all coming from. I understand completely. Hey, JJ, But
What's
you
up,
got to
Greg?
keep in mind is that it's been almost 2 years and we have been ripping these parents apart, including myself at one time. And nothing has been, we've got nothing new. So let's try to go for something else. Who else could have come up there and took this baby? There were many people, including Ricky Crawford, that Don said was staying at Light Hollow Road at the end of the road. And also, he said that he had a trail from his where he was staying all the way to the back of Donna Candace's house. And so, somebody, if they did come up here and take Summer, it almost makes me believe that they took her out through the back way or through some trail. Because it had to be somebody up there that knew her.
Yeah, because exactly. I totally agree with that. Yeah, because she's just not going to go with no stranger. She's not going to go with no
Okay.
stranger.
If
I don't think
if
she would have.
Okay, so uh, the people from EcoSearch said 18 seconds after a person dies, a dog can pick up the scent of decomposition, right? So if Summer would have deceased up on that hill or in any of those vehicles at any given time, those cadaver dogs would have picked that up. Do you not think they wouldn't have? So why didn't the cadaver dogs pick up the scent of death? Have y'all thought about that? That means Summer at no time died up on that hill. At no time was she in any of those vehicles deceased. Daisy, it could have been somebody stopping by too. Well, those tree trimmers, you just don't know. She could be out there, y'all. Still, she could be very much alive out there. Dave Radar said proof of life on the 15th. Tree
Yeah,
trimmers that left the next
because
day
were
after.
those
Hmm? Daisy, not everything you're saying is truthful, but your mods just blocked any response of mine. What am I not saying that's right, Trevor? If I'm not saying right, can guys let him correct me if I'm not saying nothing right? Because they didn't bring cadaver dogs in, did they? I think they did. They surely should have brought cadaver dogs in. I'm glad the dogs
Yeah,
didn't
but when did
sniff.
they bring them in though? See that's the thing though. When did they
Let
bring the
let
cadaver
Trevor.
dogs in?
I don't know. Do
What
you
day
know that, Trevor?
what day did they bring them in the field? Because like you said, it takes how many
Uh-huh.
seconds for the dog to get a hold of a scent? The cadaver dog to get a hold of a scent?
Both dogs were used. 18 seconds is what I think it's what
Okay,
Dave
18
Radar
seconds.
said. Wasn't it
Okay,
Leslie
that's
from
18
TBI
seconds.
that Summer was last seen
If
walking
they
away from her home? Somebody
if those
had. Oh,
cadaver dogs were brought there days later, the scent there would have been no more scent. That's why they didn't pick up any of it didn't pick up any of the scent of her scent if they were brought days later.
uh, I know, JJ, but he can answer the questions because he was there. Trevor was there during searches and stuff. So, Miss Daisy, most of what you're saying is just your opinion and not facts. Well, none of this stuff is facts. What else is facts? I am stating it is my opinion, just like everybody else
Yeah,
has
I
opinions.
always do that.
Nobody has facts in this case because if they had facts, Summer would be found, right? I
Exactly,
don't think
exactly.
because they thought she wandered off. Well, I don't think the dogs were there the same day. Facts, Jacqueline Marie says. So, I'm pretty sure that in a missing they this ain't Tennessee's first rodeo with a missing child. I mean, in the next county next to them, um, we had little baby Boswell missing. So, and that was only a couple years before Summer went missing. So they're very aware
When did they put
of what their
when did they
deceased
sorry
mom
when
could
did
ever
they
know.
put the Amber Alert out for her? Was it the June 16th, right?
Evelyn isn't missing. Evelyn was missing though. Remember, Trev? She was missing. So they are not going to take a missing child lightly. They went through this with, well, Evelyn ain't the only one. You had Carly Trent. I remember when Carly Trent went missing. You had a lot of children in the state of Tennessee going missing. There was a little baby in Chattanooga that was killed by her father. Summer's not the only child in the state of Tennessee that's been missing. So they know, they're not stupid about not bringing cadaver dogs. Yes, they did use both dogs. That's how dogs search works. That's what I thought too. Miss Daisy, yes, both scent and cadaver dogs were used. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but when? When I want to know when they were used
I'm
because
sure they were used the first day because they are
supposedly she
not.
went missing. Supposedly she went missing on the 15th. When did the Amber Alert go out? The Amber Alert went out the next day.
The next day
After
because
the
I
Amber
got it.
Alert, after the Amber Alert went out, that's when they started searching for her. So there's a total of almost a whole 24 to 36 hours
No, they were
before they
searching
used
for
the
her that
cadaver dog.
day. They were, hey Yanni, they were searching for her that day. They had
They
all kinds
were,
of
but
pictures up
they
there that
were.
day.
But the cadaver dogs
Roswell
didn't
was
get
also
used.
charged with that disappearance. It took a couple years because of her monster playing games with investigators. Yeah, she did. Boswell did.
Okay, Susan. Okay, if it was 18 hours still, the cadaver dogs were used after the Amber Alert was out, right? Or there's no way they could have used the cadaver dogs before the Amber Alert went out. So
I'm not
18
familiar with little Joe Clyde. Go ahead, check. Sorry.
so the Amber Alert had to have been issued first before they started searching, right?
Search. I think that no, no, because they was all there was police everywhere
So
up
it
there.
was the same day then.
Yeah, they had to do that with dogs the same day. That cadaver scent can pick up for quite a while after the body is not present. Yes. Um, but yeah, I,
See, that's the thing I don't understand either though. It was there I still can't get
they
this
were
to
already searching. Trev said they were already searching.
they were
Was
already
you
searching.
part of
Okay.
the initial
Okay,
search?
Trev, I see what you said.
No, the both scents and cadavers were used June 15th. That's what I thought.
Okay,
Cadaver dogs weren't used for a few
that's
days.
why
It
I
was
said my
like
opinion.
the day after.
That's why I'm
You know
asking.
that for sure. Zigzag. All kinds were used. Well, if they take a search team with dogs in there after having as many missing kids, I'm sorry, y'all, but they still should have brought cadaver dogs up there that first day.
Okay, that's what I was saying. That's what I was
Yeah,
saying. Was the cadaver dogs there the same day that she went missing? Was they up there searching with the cadaver dog? Is what I was asking.
they were up there searching with dogs. I know that because Don said they were.
Or
They
were
they,
they searching
but
with
I
regular?
don't know for sure about the cadavers. But you would assume that there would be cadaver dogs.
I thought
There
the
did
same thing
not have
too.
to be an Amber Alert to use cadavers. That's one thing we could find out. But I'm telling you, even if there was, the cadaver dogs, even when they come back, remember the cadaver dogs hit on 300 dead animal scents on the property. Yeah, but they can determine the scent of a. They can determine the scent of a human being because Brandy said they hit in the backyard of that Brandon guy's property, his mom's property. The Brandon guy that was in Dakota, South Dakota, North Dakota, his mom's property was searched and they hit in the backyard and she tried to say it was sewage. Oh, thank you, Yaney. Thank you for that super sticker. Thank
Okay,
you.
Trev. Okay, Trev.
Thank you for
I
supporting my
gotta ask you a
channel.
question then, Trev. Since you were there, since you were out there, I has anybody said or searched the cemetery across the street? Is there not a cemetery across the street?
Animals.
Has that been searched? I'm just asking.
Yes, Daisy, they know the difference from animals to humans. That's what I exactly. Well, my neighbor is a dog trainer, and I'm pretty sure that he was probably in the SummerWells search. I've never talked to him, but I wonder if they train dogs. They had a house down here a special drug house that they train their German shepherds.
To
And I'm
sniff for
pretty sure
to sniff for certain kinds of drugs.
Nana for Life said yes, the cemetery was searched.
The cemetery, okay,
So it
because
was.
I know there was one. There was actually two cemeteries. The one across the street, and then there was one down the street, wasn't there? If I'm not mistaken, there was two of them. The one across, and then there was one down the street, right?
Yeah, I think.
I think so.
I've never been to
I'm
Indiana.
asking now.
I know Jody Sue collected dead animals. Cadaver dogs are trained to hit on only human remains, not dead animals. Right, Jay. You're absolutely right. What kind of animals? Yeah,
Okay.
but
Okay.
okay. So Donna Canvas would take in a lot of stray dogs. They would come and take up. I've had that happen to me before, y'all. Hey, Robin M. Dogs are sure amazing. Yeah. Dave Rader said when he got there that Saturday evening, Summer went missing. They were searching around the house thinking that the girl walked away. So at that point,
Okay. All right.
yes, Pet Cemetery across an old cemetery, but still, they still should be able to pick up. Um, they should still be able to pick that up. The wind can carry a scent up to 40 miles downwind. Water can carry the scent on the average about 3 miles, depending on temperature and current. So, listen, y'all, if she would have been passed away at any given time on that hill or in them vehicles, they would have picked it up, no matter if they come back a couple of days or not. Endangered child alert. We need your help to find Alexander Webb, 18 months old, is missing from McMinn County. Is that in Tennessee, Flying Doves? The animals hit were on JSB's property. Well, I don't. JSB says they searched her property the first day, but she's talking about aerial search. She's not talking about ground search. Trevor, do you know if JSB search, if she let them search her ground search her property that first day? Correct, Daisy. The house was not considered a crime scene. Neither were the cars. But I am sure they took those cadaver dogs. If this ain't their first rodeo, y'all, with missing children, that should be an automatic drill when a child goes missing is to bring in cadaver dogs and to bring in search dogs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, you would surely think that they would put that in their plan. Mrs. Daisy, I gotta go a few minutes. Are you happy with the chat speed? Yeah, thank you, JJ. Thank you for slowing it down. It was going kind of fast. People were getting their feathers ruffled in here. Miss Daisy, you heard Dave Radar say Summer had been moved at least once. Well, I can't confirm that. It did sound like he said that, German Shepherd Mom. He did. It does sound like that. Um, let's see. Summer got gone way earlier. No, it was Summer was seen on several videotapes, y'all. Summer was seen that morning by the tree trimmers and everything. And thank you, Miss
See,
Chewy.
but that's funny though. You said that she was seen by the tree trimmers.
That morning, yes. In the
Yeah,
back seat
but
of
if they
the car.
if they saw her, she had to have been down by the street.
No, when Candace and Grandma was pulling out that morning to take Grandma,
Right.
they seen her sprawled out in the back of the truck, asleep.
Oh, okay. So when they were leaving, okay.
So yeah, I spoke to DOJ and FBI. You are going to trash anything. It's regardless. What's going on, y'all?
I don't know. I
Do you
missed.
have those videos, Daisy? Private Eye Trev said all RSOs been cleared. I don't think anybody has been cleared. There's Jinky Jinks. I don't think anybody's been cleared, y'all. Do we know, Trevor? Do you know if Jody Sue's property was ground searched the day Summer went missing? Candace said it wasn't. That they didn't ground search it. So that's what I was wondering. Because Jody Sue says it's been searched, but she keeps talking about it being aerial searched. Everything was aerial searched that day. What are you doing, Big Mom? I thought you was going to do a live tonight, Lies.
I know. I just got on the phone with Chibberly and
I knowed it.
kind of took us a little while.
I knowed it.
We talking.
Correct.
Hey, innocent.
Corrected my words. Sorry, your mods can't. Respect to you. Y'all, it's okay. Let him answer questions because he has been a part of the search team. As long as everybody's being respectful, they have a right, mods, to their opinions. Okay. As long as they're being respectful.
Bo Evans.
Where you going, Bo Evans? Bo, where are you going? Everybody's saying hi to you, Big Mama.
Okay,
She been caught my fire.
Okay, as of February 2023, Daisy, the Amber Alert is still active for Summer.
Hey,
as
Tina.
of February. Okay?
Is that text?
Yes, it is.
Hey, text.
So as of February 3rd, 2023, the Amber Alert for Summer Utah Wells is still active.
Yeah.
Yummy, Lori P. Lynn Big Time.
Well, the thing is, y'all, everybody
Tina Bobina.
Everybody wants the same
Jay.
thing we want. We want find Summer, but when we start talking about what could have happened, then a lot of people are just going straight towards mom and dad. Let's talk about something besides mom and dad. Let's talk about, who could have been in that area that day. Nobody has the right to judge unless you have walked in their shoes. You do not know how it act. Everybody handles things different. Exactly. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate that.
Trevor, I'm sorry. I apologize to you. I know you were there on the ground, and I appreciate that. I totally appreciate that.
Chibberly was up there today, and he cut the weeds away from the building for the banner, so the banner wouldn't get covered.
Is the banner still there? The one Dolly put up?
Yeah, Chibberly cut the weeds away from the banner. Hey, Frankie, my homegirl. Yeah, he was up there today. He went over with his weed eater, made sure the banner didn't get covered up, and cut the weeds out there for.
Hey,
the Don's working right now. Hey, sweet and sassy.
Listen, y'all, just because we don't agree on this case
girl.
don't mean that y'all can't be friends. We can't all be friends. Is just because we're looking at things a little bit different doesn't mean that we can agree to disagree, guys. I still love y'all and support you, and I
got something up my sleeve.
I know y'all and you're and I know how y'all feel, and I know I can understand where everybody's coming from. It's totally fair to consider other scenarios besides mom and dad. That's not education. Bye bye, JJ. But well,
Good night, JJ. But I got something up my sleeve for the 15th. Since it's gonna be Summer's Day, I'd like to do something special.
Yeah, Candace and Ron want to do something.
Well, I'd like to do something special like we did last year.
But I think that we should keep it discreet until afterwards, so people don't hound us or just come after them, because they deserve to be able to celebrate their daughters. Well, not celebrate, but to keep their daughter's name out here on the day they're missing. Hey, AJ.
Hey, AJ.
Hey, Jenkins, how is the restaurant doing, sweetie?
It's doing all right. Text, it's doing all right.
It's not German Shepherd, Mom.
It has its moments. Not German Shepherd, Mommy.
I can understand
moments.
Why people get mad at me.
Where's
I really can. But the thing is, Christine's taking care of her grandma. Nobody should show up with bad intentions, regardless of who they are. Right, Trevor. Are you got something planned this year, Trevor?
Well,
Oh, more to come.
I just know me and Daisy's not riding in the same car together this year.
No.
Oh, hey, you guys did a good job last year riding together.
No, we did not.
Even though Daisy was putting that camera in your face while you were driving. I was there when you guys were driving.
Hey, Michelle Davis. No, we're not gonna spend any time. Me and Daisy's gonna do a different thing this year for the. But I've got something up my sleeve.
The dogs were there before the alert.
Because that's just what I do.
Okay, Susan. The dogs were there before the alert, but the cadaver dogs were there the same day as well, or was just the regular dogs, not the cadaver dogs. So were both the dogs and the cadaver dog there the same day? Trev, were both set of dogs there the same day? That's what I want to know, because somebody's saying the dogs were there and then not the cadaver dog, so they could have been the dog.
You're not being blocked. Go ahead. Sorry.
Channel, who just said that?
Bobby England.
Always been for summer.
Never block anybody, y'all. If y'all come in here and you be respectful and voice your opinion, you're not going to get blocked, as long as you're not being mean and cruel.
Chewy.
I hit send.
I don't think I'm going to do balloons. The balloons was a little bit. They ended up getting messy because the park doesn't allow that type of stuff. They don't like, even if it's biodegradable, they do not allow it. So I'm not gonna do balloons this year.
Toaster oven.
And I do know there's also the park has a policy about leaving stuff there as well.
Hey Molly, go ahead here.
Anything that's done this year would be definitely taken to the home, like reef or anything like that would probably be taken. Which I don't know. We was able to leave a reef on the tree.
And some of the ornaments from the Christmas tree that was made for summer for Christmas. She has that and she's proud. And she sent me this picture. Did you see that picture, Big Mama, that Cam sent?
Fun.
Hang on, let me show y'all.
Let me see.
I'm
just trying to figure out what to do this year.
It's
to honor. Just
thank you, Yanni. Thank you for that super sticker. Thank you. God bless you for supporting my channel, Miss Yanni. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. God bless you. This is Candace's shirt that Chillbilly made her. She loves it. Thank you, Yanni. I appreciate that so much.
Hold on, let me see. Oh yeah, because it says on that shirt, it says Mommy's World, Summer Moon, All Wells. And yeah, she loves that.
And if any of y'all has not missed, where'd she go? The little Oaklee Snow. They found human remains and they think that it might be her. What about just cleaning up the park as a group? Hang on here. As a group, and maybe they would be allow you to plant some kind of flower, plants, or tree in honor of summer. That would be great, Rhett's mom. I would love that because I love those. You know, them knockout rose bushes will grow in anything. Chillbilly didn't make me a shirt. He'll give you one whenever we meet up again, Toaster Oven. I've got one that's Crime Crazy Critters on the Farm. But he made this one specifically for Candace. Y'all look how good
one tonight. Did you see the one he made her tonight?
Who did he make it?
He made Candace and Don one.
It ain't one of them ones, is it?
It is.
So shut your mouth, Pinky. Shut your mouth. Don't even mention it. Good night, Wisconsin Mama. Good night. I have to go. Good night, Miss Hugh. Y'all should try the butterfly.
I feel like
that would be beautiful, you guys.
Chillbilly's saying that he was talking to the neighbor. The neighbor is right down from him today. And that neighbor had nothing but good stuff to talk about. Don and Candace. Don drywalled his house. He said that the whole time that he lived there, he'd only seen Summer down there with their brothers at the creek maybe twice. Said she seen the boys. He said, but he never seen Summer, was always protected. He had nothing bad to say about him at all. Nothing.
That's good.
And that's the neighbor who's right directly below.
I let Bub do more than my girls. You got to protect the girls, you guys. I let Bub do more
boys
than
too.
girls. I don't blame them at all. Hang on, somebody's texting me.
Boys are a little stronger and meatier than girls are, but you got to protect your boys too. But you got a tiny little girl. It's just.
Hang on, y'all. Hang on. Go ahead, Jinkies.
I mean, it's about getting out there and everybody's judging everybody. But if you've not been out there actually doing anything, then where's the judgment? You know, I'll give Trev credit. He's been out there doing stuff, looking for her. There's people out there right now putting up flyers and stuff. I know that
Trevor has put a lot more than the majority of here. We're not coming after Trevor, y'all.
No, if he's actually cares, then that's okay, man. That's cool. You know,
I don't have anything against anybody, you guys.
Yeah, that's cool. People that care. Now, some people can't do anything because they live 900 miles away from, but they do support her by keeping her name out there and everything else. But there's the people that live local that can do something, and they can. People's like, well, you're not for Summer. I've did more for Summer than most of the people out here has, but I'm a little bit localer than than some of these people has. But you tell me that I'm not for Summer because I support and I'm not mean to her parents. I've never been convicted of anything. Her parents has never been convicted of anything. Why would I be mean to her parents? Now, if they were convicted and they actually hurt that child, now that's a whole nother story. But we don't have any proof that they did jack crap.
Hey, Daisy, drop the link for Trev. He wants to come up.
Okay. I'll put the link out here.
Trev, she's going to drop the link for you, bro.
But
just a second, y'all.
I think the locals helping out and helping to find her, that's awesome. And the people that can't get here, they can do it by keeping her name out there too. Like people that's like 4 and 5 hours away.
Somebody sent me
people that really love her.
Someone sent this to Candace, and I guess it's a location to go and spend time at. We could do like a celebration there, but I don't know exactly where it's at.
I feel like the horse stable is
and Shelter 5.
I like the horse stable because that's the last place.
So is this is at Warriors
and stuff.
Hang on, let me see. Let me take this back down a minute. I need to see if this is at Warriors. I think it's
Warriors. Yeah.
Huh?
It looks like Warriors.
Daisy, do me a favor.
That building out.
Do me a favor. Take that thing off of the screen for me.
Huh?
Innocent until proven guilty. Take her off the screen for me, please.
Who?
The message you got up on your screen.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Let's see.
I have plans of doing something nice. I might get my people involved like I did before. I did a wish list. It was for ornaments for a wreath and a Christmas tree. I might get something like that
going.
It
was beautiful, you all. It was beautiful.
And we did our own little thing. Although me and Daisy fought, but I went down there at that vigil and I cried my eyes out because it was so beautiful.
Like I tell everybody, man. Like I tell everybody, man, that girl, that banner I have on my channel and that picture I have as my avatar, gonna be up there. It's gonna stay up there.
Well, the banner, the weeds got a little high in front of the banner, so Chibili went over there today and cut it down, and his weed are tore up.
Do you guys have a picture of it?
I do got a picture of it. His weed eater tore up though.
Do you have a?
I mean, a picture.
The only reason why I'm asking is because I want to change the banner that I have now to that banner. If I can get one that's long enough to fit on my channel as my banner, to change the one that I have from the when she was in the parade, when Daisy was in the parade. If not, then I'll just keep that one up.
But his weed eater tore up. He couldn't get a lot today, but he's gonna go back when his weed eater gets his weed eater fixed. Get it.
Let's see. They just had a bear attack close to Warriors over the weekend. Attacked the person and killed their dog. Well, y'all know I don't live far from them, and I caught one on my trail cam.
They get in my chicken coop all the time.
Would love to do a statue of Summer for the park with her holding Paw Patrol doll. Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be.
There's Trevor. Hey, Trevor. What's up?
Trevor?
He's got mute on again. I don't know if he knows he's got mute or not.
No, but I was just talking to myself again. Don't worry.
Oh.
Trevor, I want to apologize to you, bro. I want to apologize to you, man.
No, you're good. It's all good. It's not in this case, and I'm just speaking for myself here, but a lot of times, myself included, tensions get high. Look at this. We're not here debating like if we're gonna draw 2 or draw 4 in Uno, I mean, we're discussing a missing child. And so it really comes down to like we get emotional, and I disagree with people, and we all do. And we get angry and get upset. But we have those emotions because, at least usually, most people in this case, they get emotional like that. It's because they, care. And it's because, we're following a missing child's case, and we all just want answers found no matter what we believe happened.
Right.
Exactly. And
I would love to find her. I just want to see her found. I want to see good come out of it. But ultimately, I want this case to be solved because it is turning into a circus.
It is.
It's been a circus. What are you talking about?
Trev, could I ask you a question though?
Go for it.
Now, with the since you've been there from the beginning, what set of dogs were there first? Because I'm asking because I want to know. Was the regular search dogs there, or were the cadaver dogs there first, or were they there together the same day? Which one was which? Because I'm not understanding the regular search dogs and then the cadaver dogs. Were they there at the same time on the same day, or were one set of dogs there first and the other set of dogs there afterward?
Right. Okay, so I'm going to preface by saying I wasn't part of the initial search with law enforcement. I have done searches both with the Wells PI and separately, but those initial searches were I went down there and I asked if I could help search, but they were initially only held to the Churchill Rescue Squad, like Tim Coop's team, law enforcement, actual officers and deputies, and then they started bringing in other search crews, but they weren't allowing anyone outside of a search capacity to search at the beginning because of the terrain.
Gotcha.
Just putting that to preface.
Wow. But thank you, AJ. I appreciate that.
How do you feel about the terrain right there on the hill? I've stood on top of the hill. I know it's steep. How do you feel about the terrain?
The terrain is terrible out there. People don't. I don't think any news story or coverage can give it justice. I did a search with the Wells PI team. I was asked to come out and help search, and I did, and it was a property near that area. Obviously not just going to throw out where it was, but there was a property there, and they owned a lot of acreage, as most people do out there. And we went up on the mountain back there, especially if you've been up their area, when you go like behind Ben Hill and you look back and there's that big mountain ridge. If you're on Beach Creek and you look to the left, there's like a big mountain ridge back there.
Right.
Yeah. So we went up there on a guy's property and scaled that mountain to the top just to check that whole property. And I'm telling you, there were points in that mountain where I was sitting like straight up and down, like feet and head vertical with each other. I mean, I almost fell. I mean, there were a couple times I legitimately almost fell off. My search partner had to reach out and grab because it's just so steep up there.
It's so
not
steep.
normal terrain.
How old are you, Trev? You're pretty young, right?
I was 19 when she went missing. I'm 21.
So if you would agree with me when I say that hill is so steep, it would have to be somebody pretty agile and overall young like you to get up on that hill.
Oh, so I did it. I'm just kidding. I know what you mean. But
You
it's
know what I
like
mean?
I know what you mean. It is. Yeah. You can't get up there and not be. I mean, especially if you don't come up like the driveway. You know what I mean? If you're coming up like the hill,
The driveway's even steep.
It is. But if she was taken, it obviously would have been likely the other way, as they've talked about. Coming up the other side of the hill. And there's no way that a lot of people couldn't be able to get up there.
No, it's so steep. It's intimidating standing up on top of that hill looking down, especially on the Ben Hill Road side.
Yeah.
Where that.
And that's where it would have had to have been coming from. Of course, when if we're speaking of an abduction, it would have had to have been from the Ben Hill side.
Yeah.
Like, is there trails in back of their house that could have been easy access to somebody taking her out of them trails? I've never been up there.
I mean, this is in June this happened.
Yeah.
So it was in the summer. It was in the summer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was up there a couple
summertime.
weeks ago, and I mean, it was still, kind of bare up there.
We're from the
This
eastern
is when summer
Kentucky.
just
We're from the
started.
mountains, deep Harlan, Kentucky. Like, the mountains are way bigger than they are here in Tennessee.
I could not see a middle-aged man scroll on that mountain.
There is people that
Absolutely
live.
not. I agree.
Our daddy did, Big Mama.
No, I'm talking about.
Our daddy would ginseng all the time and be up in them mountains. He could run up them mountains like it wasn't nothing.
Not in the amount of time that took her to get missing.
No,
Just
I
coming
think
down that would take a while to get down it.
Thank you, Yaney. Thank you
Well,
for
see,
that.
you also have to think of the fact that it would have been
Thank you.
like, sorry, Daisy, I didn't interrupt you
No,
there,
go
but
ahead.
Mm-hmm.
like with people going up and down that mountain, it's hard enough. But then you got to think about with a child. And I mean, Summer was little, but she was a full, like, grown 5-year-old child.
Yeah.
So it's even harder at
She was
that
what,
point
only-
because you don't have your hands. You don't have. I'm just, theoretically, you're thinking of if somebody grabbed her, they're not going to be able to.
I think she was coerced down the hill. And that's my opinion. I have my opinion on what happened and my theory.
Bye, AJ.
I think she could have been coerced down the hill.
That's a perfectly respectable opinion because,
Yeah.
I mean, it's more likely
That's somebody she knew.
over than somebody getting up there and getting her and successfully getting her down that hill. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I would see somebody falling. Somebody going down that hill, they could easily fall, and then Summer could get out of their reach. I'm just thinking of, the situations that could occur with that. So
yeah,
it's just hard to.
Right.
But then that theory, takes that out. If Summer made it down there,
And another thing is too, if I feel that's my opinion. I feel like she was coerced by somebody that she knew. Had to be somebody she knew. I have a couple theories, but that's one of my theories.
The thing that I don't understand though, Daisy and Jinkies and Trev, I don't understand when I called them and talked to Pruitt, why did he tell me to just continue watching the news? Continue watching the news. Trev, could you give me any light on that? Why he would even say something like that to continue watching the news about a missing girl?
Can't tell you the details.
Well, you want to hear what Pruitt told me? He's not the most joyful person to get on the phone with. I called similarly as you did.
I talked to him on the phone too as well.
I did. Yeah. I called him and I said, can I ask you a question? I've done that with Leslie from TVI. I've asked her questions, and the one she can answer, she answers, and the one she doesn't, she respectfully doesn't. So I called and I was like, hey, can I ask you a question? It wasn't going to be anything crazy. I'm not looking for inside information, just trying to clear something up, type of thing. And I was just like, hey, can I ask you anything? And when I called, he just kept interrupting me going, anything new will be in a press release. Anything new will be in a press release. So basically the same thing he said. What he's saying to you is he's not going to answer anything. He said, just watch the news, watch Facebook, watch the news. You'll find something when we release it.
But that's the funny thing. Every time that they came out with an update, it was the same darn thing from the beginning.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. If you're going to come up with an update, come up with a real update. Stop saying the same thing and using it as an update when you're saying the same exact thing that you've been saying since the beginning.
I really wish that the detective from Evelyn Boswell's case was on it, because he did not play whatsoever.
No, our sheriff here put Evelyn in her place, or Evelyn, I'm so sorry, Megan in her place in like a week. I mean, he had her in for what she did, and it was done for.
Well, she took him on a wild goose chase run for that baby.
Yeah.
And he was upset, like very, very upset. And I wish that they would, I don't know. I just feel like that they could have handled this case better. I feel like they're, and this is my opinion. I know everybody else has got their own opinion, but I feel like that because Don and Candace has a history, that they're quick to judge them. That's
Right.
what I think. And it's not a big high profile rich family, like Sean Benet Ramsey. Summer caught people's heart because she was Summer, not because she was somebody's rich family a rich family member's child. And so I just feel like they're getting judged because of they've got a history with substance abuse and stuff. I feel like they're being judged, and they're not looking at other people that could have took that baby. There was a lot of bad people around that area. Hey, white boy.
Why they stopped telling? Why they stopped telling the public what was going on? Is because people that went down there and got and did this stuff on their own.
Yeah. And here's the thing.
That's the reason why law enforcement stopped giving the public any information.
Well, also is the harassment that went on down there when Don got his job took and everything.
That as well. But more the YouTubers. Let me be specific when I say
YouTubers has got a bad name in Hawkins County.
Yeah.
Don't they, ever?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
YouTubers went down there on their own to try to find her, and then made their own theories about what was going on. It was specifically the YouTubers that went down there. Some of them, I'm not saying all of them were bad. Some of them did go down there with good intentions of really, truly trying to find this little girl. But some went down there for their own gain.
Yeah.
To be brutally honest.
Well, here's the crazy thing about that.
Thank you,
they came down and were like that. And a lot of people, I think, seem to believe where my theories stand and where my commentary stands, that I'm pro all of that. Come down here and harass the crap out of the Wells. I'm not. And actually, I got into it with a couple of the creators or whatever YouTubers that came down here, and I told them they're not wanted here. I mean, said it word for word. I said, you're not wanted in this county because you're not doing anything for the case. I mean, I did. And I'm not, like, oh, look at me. I'm just saying that people that come down here for the wrong reasons aren't welcome, even by people that have theories like me that don't agree with people that have theories like Daisy. It's just, I still feel the same way. It's constructively looking at the case versus just doing that kind of stuff are completely different things.
Right. Were you there for the second search?
Which,
Trevor, when they went down Fields Road?
Most of the law enforcement led searches were strictly law enforcement. Anything that I did was either with the PI team or separate from that. The law enforcement searches didn't allow anyone that wasn't on a search team, like a already set.
Did they find anything? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Do you know if they found anything? Like down there on Fields Road? Or is that just a big rumor that everybody's saying?
Found things as in, like, just evidence?
A shallow grave. Everybody said they found a shallow grave down there, but I would have thought that they would have notified the parents if they would have found something like that.
There was not a grave found. That's rumor.
Hey, Nana for life. How are you?
Hey, Miss Daisy. I'm good. How are you, honey?
Good.
I was wondering who that was. She wasn't saying anything. Hi, Nana.
I was going to greet her a while ago, but I got caught up in the chat and everything. Are you from
I was
Hawkins
wondering
County?
who it was. She like me. She got a picture of Summer on there. If that's what I'm
Yeah,
seeing.
I didn't even pay attention. Sorry.
That's okay.
Nana,
Well, Trev, let me ask you another question. Now, who did the drone searches? Was that TB or was that law enforcement, regular law enforcement, or who was that did the drone searches when they searched? Or do
Both.
you know?
So it was there were teams that came in from other agencies that had this technology that were part of search and rescue teams, and then there were also there was also nonprofit teams that do similar searches, and they came in with permission from law enforcement and helped map with drones because law enforcement went both ways with it. They put people on the ground first
Uh-huh.
because first they came to the house. I mean, we're looking at the whole like from start to finish. The 911 call came in. They go to 110, obviously, and they look on the property. I think look in the house. As far as the dispatch call said, they look in the house and look on the property, and then they go from there. They stage a command post down the road, which they kept for a few weeks, and then they brought in the searchers separate from law enforcement and began the mass search for in case you wandered off. And that started at like where they live and then spread outwards, like almost like if you think of like a spiral, it went out for like miles in that area.
Got you.
Nana, I need to ask you, are you from the area?
Yes, ma'am.
So what do you know about this case?
Well, I probably know more than the average bear. I'm good friends with Candace and
Okay.
have been for quite some time.
Okay.
But I just wanted to come up and let you guys know that we have already made plans for Summer's Day, and you're welcome to join in with our crew.
Mm-hmm.
We are doing it again this year at Warriors Path,
Oh,
like we
Okay.
did last
I
last
know who you
year.
are now.
It
Okay.
was so hot last year.
It was the
That
devil hot.
yes, it was.
It was
So
the devil hot.
we've already rented the recreation building and shelter number 5.
Okay.
We're not gonna do it at the horse pond.
Well, it's not a horse pond, but we're
Well,
not doing
the
it.
horse stables.
No, we're
Bye,
not doing it
Trevor.
down
Thank
there.
you for coming up. So you're going to do it at the horse pond? Is Candace and Don going to go with you all, or are they
And
going to be?
that's the plan as of right now. But you know how plans are.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for coming
Um,
up, Trevor. Go ahead.
Thanks,
Sorry.
I appreciate that.
oh, you're
No,
fine.
it's not Kathy.
No,
No,
I'm not Miss Kathy.
Nana lives in that area, don't you,
I'm
Nana?
friends with
Let's just
Miss
talk good
Kathy
about
also,
you.
though.
Nana, are they making you guys get Is the town making y'all get permits to do this? You guys got to have permits to do this, or
Of
what's
course,
going
it's a
on with
state park.
that?
We had to have one to do the tree thing.
Of course, it's a state park. You have to have permits and you have to
Yeah.
have insurance.
Okay,
That's
I
to
was just
protect.
asking because I know
Yeah,
different
that's
places are different. That's why I'm asking. Okay.
So, Nana, asking you, do you know if they had the cadavers? Because I thought I seen you say they did have the
yes,
cadavers.
ma'am. They did.
What I thought.
Did they have them the same day that she went missing, or did they have them the following day?
Let's see.
That's kind of tough to answer because yes, they did have them. If they got there right at 7:03, I can't tell you that for sure, but they were there early on the 16th.
I
Early the
figured
next
they
day.
would be. I figured they would be. So, what's your take on what you think happened to Summer? Do you think somebody come up there and took her?
I don't have a
Somebody
clue.
talking?
I have several theories, but I'll keep those to myself
Right.
because
Fine.
they're just theories. And I think part of the problem with Summer's case not being solved is so many people have just put out random theories
Mm-hmm.
They
with
have.
no basis or facts to back up the theories, and it's
Mhm.
muddied the water along the way.
Right.
It is very much muddied the water. But that's YouTube. That's just it just comes along with it, you know.
Well, you know, we can all say that's just YouTube, but we can change it.
We can.
Yeah.
We can only put out the facts and the information and not allow speculation and theories to overtake common sense.
Right.
Right. Right.
Mhm.
So when they were searching down there on Fields Road, what did they find? Did they even find anything? Do you know? Was you
Not
the
that
one
I'm
that was the one that was on here that was going to work and had told Candace because she didn't even know that they were searching?
I haven't ever been on your panel before, but yes, I did tell Candace she wasn't aware of it.
No, but you was in the chat. You was going to work that day.
Yes.
Okay, I thought that was you. I thought it was. Hmm. They really should have let her know. I think they should have told her that they were doing that. They should inform her about what's going on in her daughter's case. To me, I think that's unfair to do, to not at least tell them something. You know, how do
I
you
agree.
feel?
I don't agree with a lot of the way um, Hawkins County has handled everything, but I don't agree with how most people have handled everything. So there's that.
Yeah, I just felt sorry for her that day that that they didn't tell her, and she was like, "Why won't they talk to me?" And I don't think Candace knows how to approach them. Like, she she's very private person. She's very quiet person, and I honestly don't know if she knows how to approach the TBI and ask them, "Hey, what's up?" Because things that I would get mad about, she don't get mad about. I'm ticked
Yeah, I'd
off.
have pulled Molly Golightly by the hair of the head and
Oh yeah.
Bullhorn Betty.
Oh,
They'd have been dirt.
Oh. I couldn't have stood there and took it. I could
I
not have
I
taken
couldn't
and
have
took it.
handled that mess.
But she, they. I just feel like that they're very forgiving of things. That things I wouldn't be very forgiving about, like um, people attacking them. Like they get upset, but not like I would get upset. Well, sometimes Don does. I'm not going to say he don't, but Candace handles it a lot better, I think.
Yeah, Candace. I love Candace to death. I think the world of her.
Mhm. Me too. And I hate to see people attack them. It really bothers me. Um,
You know,
you know,
I do too, but at the same time, I think it's good for, as long as it's done in a respectful manner, for everyone to be able to ask respectful questions, but in a respectful manner.
right.
Right.
Well, she called up Doug and asked him to come up here and talk to her, but I wouldn't talk to somebody that interrupted me every time I try to answer a question and act like they were an attorney and cut me
You're not,
off and tried to interrogate me. No,
you're
I
not
would have
talking about Doug from
from
another
Unknown
creator.
Things. Yeah, Doug from Unknown Things came over here,
Oh
and
man, I would.
Candace
Man, he's
told him
done.
to come up here and talk to me, Doug, and he did. And so I sit back and let him ask her questions, but it was just like an
Yeah,
interrogation. That's
I
what it
wouldn't
was.
trust that dude. I would not trust him.
And I don't blame her.
In my
Like we
opinion, I
said,
wouldn't trust
I'm
that dude.
currently working on Douglas. We know.
You want to come up, white boy? Oh Lord. But
But I don't want to take up a lot of your time.
no, you're
I
fine.
just
Thank you for coming here and clearing
Well,
up
I,
just
stuff.
I do
wanted
a little something every year. I
We
did
love
something
Candace.
at my channel, with my channel, but this year, you know, I'm close to Candace. I talk to her all the time and stuff, and um, I'd like to do something this year too.
I'm very
Um,
close to where you live at. I live in East Tennessee, very close.
I'd
I
like
can't
to do
disclose my
something special
location.
like we did last year. Maybe more surrounded about a reef or something versus
White boy. No. Oh no. But yeah, I
And I think it's great for everybody to do whatever they want to do.
yeah.
But I just wanted to
yeah.
let you know that y'all are welcome to join with us. We're going to do
Oh
the
Yeah,
yeah.
butterfly release like we
yeah,
did last year.
Oh,
yeah.
that's beautiful.
We did
We
that
did-
last.
Awesome.
But there's lots of regulations. I think I didn't realize until I started
had-
researching it
Yeah.
and got involved last year.
Mhm.
Well, actually, the first one we did was October the 15th of 21.
Right.
Mhm.
So, you can't have you cannot release balloons.
We learned that the
found
hard
out
way.
last year. Lord forbid. That was
You
a whole
can't-
mess.
Yeah, you can't, have the Chinese lanterns and you can't put stuff in the water. You got to remember, this is a state park.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not a horse pond. It's
Yeah.
a state park. It's a lake.
The stable
I'm
is
in that
owned by
lake.
a different entity, though.
Pardon me?
The stables are owned by different. They're not part of the state park.
I'm aware of that, but the property down there that everyone refers to as the horse pond
Yeah,
is state park.
it is.
Yes, it
It
is.
is. We got a permit for it when we did the tree thing in December, and we had to go through that lady that's over it and such, and we had to get a permit for it.
Yeah, I know her very
Now,
well. I talk to
You the
her
one
often.
that showed or did you send Candace pictures of it to send me?
Yes, I
Okay,
did.
yeah, that's beautiful. I love that. That's pretty. Let me pull it up. Let's see if I can pull it up without showing too much of. I just enjoy going. Hopefully it won't be god awful hot like it was last year.
Well, that's the main reason I wanted to get the recreation building this year. It
Mhm.
wasn't or last year they were using it, for part of the marina during the renovations because it
Uh-huh.
was so stinking hot last year.
Oh yeah.
And I don't do real well in heat. So I wanted to make
Oh
sure
no.
that we had a comfortable place for everyone to go and have but it's more of an educational, awareness for
Right,
missing and
right.
exploited children. We gave
Uh-huh.
out packets and information,
Oh,
what to
wow.
expect and what to do. So it's,
I wonder if
it's not a prayer vigil. It's a celebration of
It's
summer.
Summer's Day.
Well,
That's why we called it Summer's Day.
I like that.
Robin did it last year too. I wonder if she's still going to do something this year like what she did last year.
I haven't talked to Robin lately.
I know there was a big fuss about people getting mad over things being took off the thing, but they had to.
Yeah, I
Right?
mean that just again, it's common
park
sense.
doesn't allow
That's a
people to
state
live
park.
And a lot of that
can't
stuff
leave.
that was on that tree, a lot of that stuff that was people bought. People bought it and had it sent out there for summer. So it's not like the people didn't want that stuff to be just sitting out there and then it get thrown
Well, I
away.
think Robin
It's
took
up
it.
at Candace's house now.
Yeah,
tree
Right,
most
but
of
that's
it
not-
went
I understand
most of it went to Candace's house. And again, you
Mhm.
have to remember it's a state park. You can't just leave stuff everywhere.
Right. No,
No.
I
So
agree.
for
No, I agree.
for us, it's like, oh, we want Summer to have that memorial there, which
Yeah.
is, in theory, it's a beautiful theory,
Right.
but at the
You know
same
what'd be
time, you
cool?
have to be respectful. It is a state park.
What would be cool if it's hot? I'm bringing my freaking bathing suit. And you're going to see a cow dipping in the water this year.
No, please don't.
I'm just kidding. But if Candace could bring her canoe and we could all like go out in the water and do like a little candlelight thing, that would be awesome. I love going in the water like that. I don't know
Lazy
if I
wouldn't get in that canoe. It flipped.
Yeah, we have
Well,
a
we're
boat
not
and we're
getting that
always
canoe.
on that lake, so we'll probably have our
I
boat
will
out there.
definitely get in that
Hey,
darn
Nana,
canoe.
how big is that
Talk
lake?
about.
You know how big that lake is?
It's huge.
Honestly, I don't. I've lived here my whole life.
It's
But I
beautiful.
really don't. But
So
yes,
did you have a visual away from Robbins, or was you part of Robbins?
no, it was separate from Miss Robbins.
Oh no, I was at Robbins last year. Oh, okay.
Yeah, because we were at the horse pond last year. They should have set up something more.
More
Next year,
stable.
this year, I'm bringing my darn, what do you call them things? Them teepee things with covers on them. I'm gonna bring me some chairs bring some coolers and not burn up like I did last year because it was horrible. I do
That's
it for
right,
the
white boy.
who did a real good job with helping you guys. What's his name's daughter?
Okay. Huh?
Who I like and thought that did a real good job helping you
Chibbili's
guys.
daughter.
Whose?
Chibbili's.
Yes, his daughter.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Chibili actually helped search for Summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
You know
actually helped
Chibili,
search for Summer.
Nana?
He had to drive. He walked up on
Chilibili's
chimney
from
top.
Greenfield.
Yeah.
It's the
I'm sorry,
host.
Miss Daisy. I didn't hear you. What was your question?
Do you know Chillbilly? He's from Greenville.
I don't know him personally. I just know who he is.
Hmm. We definitely need to get a setup going up when we do go up there in case it's like it was. You'll be seeing Daisy Cow up her skinny dip. No, I'm just kidding. I'm in the water. Me and Can will be in the water. No, I'm just kidding.
Good night, white boy.
Candace definitely wants to go this year. I don't know exactly where she wants to
Sweet
go.
tea, you know why they don't, remember? Because they don't care. They don't care. That's why they're not gonna have a visual for her. Because they don't care. They don't care.
Who are you talking about?
Because I'm looking at Sweet D's comment. I know they should.
Who?
I agree with you. But I don't think they ever will.
Hawkins County Sheriff's Department.
Oh, yeah.
I totally agree with you.
Well, I mean, you got to consider that's a sheriff's department. I don't really understand what.
He needs to take Sally.
How you could expect it.
Sorry. Do they have air conditioning up there at that place that you're renting, or?
Yes.
Okay. See, I went to Summer's birthday party, her first birthday party prayer vigil that Robin had. And I got to meet some people from church like Timothy and Robin and all them. And I really enjoyed myself, but they were very offstandish about YouTubers. And I let them know right away that I was not there to cause any trouble or anything. And it just upsets me that we get a bad name because of some bad YouTubers, you know?
Yeah, some bad apples. Some bad apples. Yeah. But that's why I said what I said earlier about it. About certain ones. Not about every YouTuber in the whole, but the bad ones. The one that made everybody else look like shit. Excuse my language. But that made everybody look like crap.
Well, I don't like to say anything negative about anyone, so I will refrain.
Well, I feel like that we should go this year, and I think we should have fun and celebrate this little baby's life and have Candace and Don. They need to be there. They need to be a part of it too without having to feel like they're being attacked or somebody's doing something mean to them. And they need to go and be able to celebrate their baby's, life pretty
I
much.
totally agree.
And if we can make that happen, then heck yeah, I'm in. Definitely in. Now I don't know if everybody's going to come out this year like they did last year, but maybe they will. I don't know. There has been many cases where Ellie has been emotionally invested in cases. Hawkins County doesn't seem like that at all. I don't know. I've never talked to Hawkins County. Have you, Nana?
I have.
Do
And
they seem
TBI.
Do they seem like they're pretty still
They've
looking?
always been very respectful. You know, I don't particularly agree with the way they've handled the case, but I don't know what they know, and I can't really judge them. But for me personally, I don't agree with the way they've handled everything.
See, I'm the same way, but I really don't know exactly what they have done and what they haven't done. I just feel like that they could have at least filled Don and Candace in a little bit about what's going on, with the case. Like the day that they were searching, they could have let her know that, hey, look, we're searching for your daughter.
I don't disagree with that, but I'm very different from Candace. I would be down there every day beating their door down or calling her. They would know I was there. But I have a very different personality.
Right.
Right.
Well, she does, like you said, she's got a different personality. She is not as, like, I'm not saying that she don't care. I'm just saying that she I don't think she knows how to talk to people like
Right.
that.
Right, I
That's what
understand
I
that.
think. What I've taken, she's a very introverted person. She is a very private person. And so I feel like that she just don't know how to talk to them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just feel like that it's not that she don't want to talk to him. I just feel like it's that she just don't know how to talk to him, you know? And, Candace has been through a lot in her past and in her lifetime. And so, she's got wounds. She's got deep wounds. So I can understand how she could be, um, how she is.
I
Yeah,
can
Candace
too.
is not very
I mean,
aggressive.
we all have wounds and scars from our past, but we
Mhm.
all handle it differently.
We do.
Right, right,
So you can't sit back and say you would do this, that, or the other
right.
when you've never walked in someone's shoes.
Absolutely.
Uh,
Absolutely. I agree 100% with you on that one. And things that Don and Candace would get should get upset about, like what people say about them, they just kind of be like, well, on Don's good days. Now, on Don's bad days, that's a different story. He's like me. He has to let it out, especially if they're being attacked. And I'm 100% like, if somebody's attacking me, I am not putting up with it. I'm not tolerating it. I'm going to stand up for myself, and I feel like Don can be that way too. Candace didn't know where they were searching. She was texting with Mike from YouTube, who catfished her. I was on December 1st. I don't know anything about that. We don't know if that's true or not, Diana.
Nope, we don't know.
So, no. Some people get social anxiety when it comes to talking to professionals and authorities. Our daddy was like it. He told me he couldn't look at people in the eyes at certain times,
the neighbor
especially.
told Chibili today that when that happened, that Candace was running all over that hill frantically looking for Summer. And the boys were running too, running all over. Look, and if you've seen that hill, that's a lot of a hill to be running around. But she was frantic, just running all over the place looking for her that day. And he
Wow.
lives right in front of them. He lives right there off Beach Creek Road as you pull in to Ben Hill.
Okay, bye, ladies. I'll see you guys.
And said that
Bye, Tex. Thank you for coming up and
hi
hanging
Tex.
out with us.
You
Thank you
know,
so
you
much.
know. Bye, Nana. Appreciate the information.
Thank you.
That's heartbreaking to think that she was running around so upset looking for her child like that.
Yeah.
But nobody knows unless they've seen it. And nobody in YouTube's seen that kind of stuff. So if you don't see that kind of stuff, you don't know what happens.
Yeah. There needs to be more people come forward and tell that. They need to be more people come forward for her.
Well, when you think of, I mean, I don't
Well, the
disagree
neighbor
with
said
that,
this.
but who would?
He
But
was
who would
there.
want to?
Yeah. The neighbor was right there. That's the neighbor that lives as you pull into
Yeah, I know them.
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
And
Been there
he's
many,
the one
many
that said,
times.
yeah. He said she was frantic, running all over the place.
And who wouldn't be?
Who
You
wouldn't
know,
be? But YouTube didn't see that. People on YouTube didn't see that. The only thing they're hearing is some of these other people out here that's twisting stories around for their own narratives.
true.
Any mom would have been like that. Can you imagine how I know? Because my daughter went missing for 2 hours. She was a teenager. She was supposed to be at a ball game, and she went home instead and didn't answer her phone. Well, she went to her boyfriend's house. Hey, Jillian. But within those 2 hours, I was literally losing my mind. Good night, Flip Flop. I was literally losing my mind.
Yeah, I can't imagine. I have 2 children of my own, 4 bonus children, and I
Mhm.
just had my first grandbaby in October, so I
Aw,
can't even imagine.
No.
like it's just horrible. You know, people came after Brandy. They're still coming after Brandy and Tyler. A lot of them are. Not so much Brandy, but Tyler. And we all seen what happened there, y'all. The neighbors are involved. And that, but still, people to this day is saying that Tyler had
That
something to do with Monkey's disappearance.
yeah.
And again, handles.
Huh?
I think she cut out. But I mean, that hill is nothing, and people can just run up and down. That
Mm-hmm.
hill is
Anything
deep.
to be guilty of, to feel bad about. So if I were Candace, I'd tell him to kiss my grits. But that's just me.
Right.
I would have the Cold Case Foundation, EquiSearch, anybody that would search, searching 24/7. But that's just me. I
Right.
wouldn't care what Chris had said or done or whatever. If it helped bring my baby home, I'd let the devil walk with me. But that's just me.
Chris McDonough, though, people has ripped Candace and Don apart.
I'm not a CM fan. I'll be the first one to tell you I am not a CM fan. But he has resources that
Y'all research
Hawkins
why Chris
County.
Madonna's not a law enforcement anymore. Go ahead and research why he's not in law enforcement more. I got
But
a little
he's
tip
not
on it.
all bad. He's not all bad.
But he
He's
did
made
some.
he's done some shady stuff. I agree. Some very shady stuff. And I'm not a fan. But if he could help bring my baby home, he'd be there.
But he had a chance and he blew it. You know what I mean? He totally let
I
people.
just totally feel differently about it.
Well, I just feel like he blew it because, they ripped her apart. They literally ripped Candace apart and talked about her home and everything else. And people from East Tennessee, they don't. I'm from Kentucky, and you'll see that all the time. Little kids run around barefooted and dirt on them and stuff. I didn't grow up in no big, nice, fancy home. I'll tell you that. That don't mean that kids ain't happy.
I had
And
a 63-acre farm on Beach Creek Road. I know all about it.
good night, sweet D. Yeah, and I just felt like he brought Murray and all them in the middle of that and totally deflected on Summer's case. And
Yep.
I
Don't
don't
agree
know.
with any of that. Don't agree with any of that. I think what he did was shitty. Pardon my French.
He's also a YouTuber and makes money off of it.
Yeah, and again, if I were in their position, that would be one thing I'd say. Chris Madonna is not cannot be part of it, and none of it is for YouTube content.
And he's made plenty of money off of Summer's name that he could have helped put up a darn billboard. There ain't no billboards in Kingsport, Johnson City, or the only
Another
way
thing is too,
is in
Candace and
Bull
Don
Crap.
is right now working to keep their stuff up just right now. They're just getting back on their feet. They're working. They are trying their best. They have a private investigator, and they're doing things behind the scenes that a lot of people don't know about. And who says that they're not going to contact the cold case people? That's just somebody. That's just that. Who says they're not going to? Because I seen Don talking to Chris Madonna the other day. So, right now they're currently working and building a subdivision right now. So it's hard
I'm aware of that.
for people to be working full-time jobs and to do 1,000 other different things. It's, especially, so, and I'm not making up excuses. but they've got a private investigator out here that they keep in contact with constantly.
I know them personally.
Yeah, I do too. And they've got a private investigator out here that keeping them going and everything. So,
right, Carice?
and there's a lot of other things that's been going on that they've been doing for their children that people don't know about.
And
Behind the
honestly,
scenes,
it's no one's business. They don't owe
it
us
really
anything.
isn't nobody's business.
I mean, they don't.
No.
No, and they come up. People say, "Oh, well, they don't come up here and say that." Yes, they have. Candace has been up here talking about Summer. So has Dawn. Both of them has.
It doesn't matter what they do.
It's
You
twisted
can't
around.
please all the people all the time.
Yeah,
So,
No.
it's a no-win situation.
it really is.
But again, I have a very different personality. I just tell them to kiss my grits and
Right.
I go on doing what I was doing.
Yeah.
Now, nobody said that they would. Don never said he wasn't going to do the cold case thing. Right now, currently, him and Candace is nose to the grindstone trying to complete the job that they're in so they can get back and do some more stuff for their other kids too. So I talk to Candace like 3 times a day. So she sends me memes. So
She sends us stuff too about Summer missing.
yeah,
And her.
we've been talking about stuff today. Me and her has just
Yeah.
about
I
neighbors.
understand they want to keep their child's name out here, and that's why they come on YouTube. And Don's done a great job of it. Her, for sure. He's kept Summer's name out here. He's kept everybody still in love with this baby. He does. He might get hell, but he does do that. Y'all can give him that much credit. He brings it. He brings that case. Now, should he go on other people's panel that cuss him and talk horrible to him? No, Don, but he don't listen to me. There ain't no listening. He don't listen to Candace. None of us. When he gets his mind made up, he's going to do what he wants to do. He's like me. When I get mad, nobody's going to stop me or tell me not to go on there and say nothing because I'm going to say something. Because I'm PO'd and it's going to come out one way or the other. Even Jinkies thinks she can make me do anything. She can't.
Hush up, cow.
Well, there's nobody's going to control me, period.
No.
So, and Don will tell you himself, he and Candace have made a lot of mistakes.
Oh, yeah.
But haven't we all?
Yeah.
Every one of us. Every mistake. Oh.
I don't know what the case is and everything, and but I don't want to be mean to people, and I don't know if they're guilty or not.
I'm not going to be mean to anyone.
I'm not.
If
I
I
have
can
no
avoid
intention of being mean to anybody but Prayer Garden.
I'm
going to be mean to Prayer Garden.
Don't mention people on my chat. And Jinkies, Lord have mercy.
I ain't afraid of Prayer Garden. Bring it, big girl. Bring it.
But when they come after you over this, we've been attacked very bad over this. Very bad.
And see, I wouldn't even let that bother me if I were in your position.
They went real
I'd tell them to kiss my grits and I'd go on, hey, Annabella, hey, Lolly.
What do you mean Cash App gang, Diana? They ain't nobody got no Cash App out.
I'll put mine out.
No, nobody's got a Cash App out right now. I rarely put my Cash App out ever. Save your pitchforks for someone is convicted. Have compassion. Right, Red Mom?
Yeah.
Right, if anything, everybody says, oh, Daisy Cow gets all this cash clicks and views. No, actually, since I've been taken up for Dawn and Candace, my subscribers I've lost a lot of my supporters. Usually my videos gets flagged, and if people don't give cash apps or not cash apps, but super chats and memberships, I don't make nothing off a video.
Well, I don't have a channel, nor will I ever.
Miss Daisy, are you allowed to say evil? I don't know, Toaster.
You can say it. I say it all the time.
Why? Who said that? That you wasn't allowed to, Toaster? Actually, I have a real farm, Nana, and so during the day I'm out there with my
Critters.
neighbors. Yeah. So I try to not look at all this craziness unless they go real life, you know.
But it is their decision if they want to do the Cold Case
I
Foundation.
said
Chris
that
Madonna's not been good to them. Why should they trust Chris Madonna?
for the cold
They
case.
don't have to trust Chris Madonna, but they, in my
Do it
opinion,
a way, yeah.
I wish they would allow everybody,
Well, I
and
think
Candace knows how I feel.
yeah.
I've talked to her and Dawn both about it.
Well, I
Um,
do think that the Cold Case Foundation would be great if Chris wasn't involved in it anyway.
and he
Like
doesn't have to be.
exactly. I can see why Candace wouldn't want him involved, but it would be really good to have them come in and have new eyes look at the case.
Absolutely.
Yes, I really
Absolutely. I would love it.
oh,
And
go ahead.
I just think the more eyes, the better.
Oh yeah. Well, see, that's what happened in the Delphi murders. After 5 years, they had new eyes come in and look, and they went back and found where Richard Allen. They had skipped over where Richard Allen had stated he was there at that park that day, and also there was a witness that stated that they seen him walking back on the other side of the road from the graveyard where the girls were found with mud and blood on him all over his clothes. They had found that. And then they linked the gun shell that was there on the scene after they found out it was him. They linked it to the gun shell to his gun, and then his cat hair was on them girls, and they dug up the cat in the back of the yard and linked that cat to them as well. They found a bunch of evidence, but it was only after new eyes came in on this case and looked at it and found where they had looked over it. So yes, very much that this is has a lot to do with it. Now, the guy that did that, I don't know if you're familiar with the Delphi murders or not, but there were two young girls that was on the trail on a bridge, and one of them videotaped him following him that day, and the sound of it. She also videotaped him saying, "Girls, get down the hill," and every bit of it's him. No doubt now that they found the real person. Um, but he's also linked to a murder in Kentucky of an older couple, and he did some really bad stuff to them girls. Like he came back that night and rearranged them in like a religious position, and that older couple is also that they're suspicious of, like he sit by their bodies for hours, and I don't know what kind of ritualistic thing. So it sounds like to me he's a
Yeah,
serial
it's creepy.
oh, it's creepy. The Delphi murders are very creepy
Yeah,
because
it really is.
are you familiar with it?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh man, I can't wait till that trial. I'm really gonna be on that trial because it's just really creepy. Um, but yeah, but it wasn't until they had new eyes come and look at it, team new eyes all the way. Bring them, please. Yes, there you go. That they find stuff that they've looked over, or you know, just when you're tired and you've been over this stuff. But I think they should have somebody come in and look that's not from Hawkins County, that's from somewhere away from here, that's not familiar with the neighbors or people down the road or the child predators, and look at that. Now, do you know, Nana, if they asked the neighbors to search their own properties, or did they search their properties?
Yes, all the property was searched. In I think it was a 3 mile radius. I have to go back to my notes. I don't have any of them in front of me. Um, when he asked for people to search their property,
I don't
in
know.
my opinion, He
Uh-huh.
was saying people in the outer areas to search your property multiple times and often, just in case she did wander off and was lost and come back. That does not mean that the properties weren't searched, because they were.
They were all searched. Do
Yes.
you live in Beach Creek or in that area?
Not now, no. I
Oh,
live
okay.
in Kingsport.
Did they search your property when you was
Well,
there
no,
around?
that I live. No, I had my farm down there years ago.
Oh,
Um, yeah, but I've lived in Kingsport for several years now.
was Jody Sue's land ground searched that day, or was it just aerial searched?
I don't think it was searched on the 15th, but on the 16th through the 19th, everything in that area was searched.
Why wasn't it searched on the 15th?
I'm not saying it wasn't. I'm just saying I don't know that it was.
Oh,
But I don't think Jody Sue's involved in anything. Personally, I
you know,
don't. No.
no. I was just told that she refused. I don't know if that's true or
Well,
not.
first of all, she doesn't own anything there, so she couldn't refuse. It's
Right.
not was never her property, so there's
Did you
that.
know Andy Bernard? He seems like he's a pretty good old feller. I don't know.
I have met Andy. I sure have.
Like I've talked to him on his live, and he seems up front and straight forward, but you never know about people. You know what I'm saying?
You don't know about anybody, you know.
Right.
I mean, you can't discount anyone.
Right.
I have my eyes set on a different person in the area, but I don't think it's right to speak about people publicly and throw names around that you have nothing to back it up. I just don't
Right.
think that's right.
Well, there's a lot of people said that she didn't. I was just wondering. Richard Allen is innocent. You have the wrong man. What makes you think that, Mary? Do you think is there something new come on that? He don't. He looks awful lot like that man. Um. Well, I don't know. I only law enforcement is going to solve this case. There ain't no YouTubers going to. That's for sure, in my
And
opinion.
I agree with that.
But not. I don't think that they're going to until they look at new eyes on this case. That there's new eyes looked in on this case because or somebody comes forward, which you probably know more than I do because you're from that area, so you could have a better sense of they
And
need
I
to.
have family all over Hawkins and Greene County. I'm one of 21 grandchildren, so I come from a very large family.
Wow. Was you familiar that? Well, let me ask you this without saying too much. Do you think was this person that you're suspicious of is they a RSO?
Not that they've been convicted of.
Okay, okay. Just wondering. I want to ask you more about it. After Don got off, CM was telling he would get to talk, and he thought he could get him to tell what Candace has told him. I don't know why people do that. If Don and Candace, if they was guilty, they would have already found them guilty. You guys.
And I mean, I personally don't think they're guilty, but that statement isn't accurate either, in my opinion, because look how long it takes to arrest some people sometime. From my personal opinion, I don't think Dawn and Candace are guilty.
I don't either.
There's nothing to back that up. But
Hmm.
I can't say that they're innocent either.
You never know about anything, but I'll tell you this: I don't think Candace would, or Dawn, which I think I know Candace a little more than I do Dawn. Now, there's no way Candace could hurt a fly, in my opinion. She's gentle around a lot of. uh, She's she's very loving and gentle, in my opinion, and there's no way she could have hurt her child. I don't believe that at all. I believe
I
CM.
don't think so. Again, it's just my opinion. And I know that most people don't agree with me, and that's fine. I don't care if anybody agrees with me or not.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. I don't think that she could ever hurt somebody like that.
But I can't imagine any mother hurting their child. Not just Candace, any
Right.
mother.
That's
I
true.
have I have 3 babies in heaven, so it just
Oh,
blows my mind that anyone could hurt a child.
yeah. I'm sorry.
Oh, thank you, but it's okay. Toaster oven, I've met you. I met you on June 16th last year down
Yeah.
at the lake.
Yeah, that's where I met Toaster. We met Toaster there the first time, and then we met her at the Christmas thing, and she went to dinner with us all. We love Toaster Oven. She's from the area too. I don't know, but I wish there was more billboards in this area because I've been all through Kingsport and Johnson City, and I've not seen one billboard anywhere except for Bull's Gap on the back road right before you get to Yoder's. That's the only one, and that's been a year ago. So I don't know if it's still
There's
there.
one, we go to both Fort Patrick Henry Lake and Boone Lake because we have a boat, so we boat just about every weekend in the summer.
Uh huh.
And there's one on the way to Boone Lake, but I haven't been out there yet this season, of course, because it's not warm enough yet. So I don't know if it's still there or not.
But I wonder why it would be there instead of out. Like 81 would be a perfect place to have a billboard because there's so many people coming in and out of here from other places to go to the Bristol races and stuff. You would think that they would have one in Pigeon Forge. There's
That
more.
costs money, though. That costs big money.
I
I
know, but
mean, the more
they're
visibility you have, the more it costs. So who's going to pay for that?
well, they
The
spend money.
best thing that all of us can do, and I do it regularly, is put out flyers, um, share information on social media. Printing flyers doesn't cost a whole lot. So, all of us can do that,
Well,
no
they
matter
give
where
away
you
at
live.
up there in Kingsport. There's a company up there that gives out flyers too.
I don't think they're doing that anymore.
They're not.
I don't
Marty
think so.
or Mary said it was a cop cause blue stripes on his pants. And did you notice how the Deaf Lab police, some of them looked suspicious, acted suspiciously? Their dirty police look and listen to the video. I really felt like that guy looked and sounded just like Richard Allen. I really do. I think Richard Allen's the guy. Look at his eyes. She's talking about the Delphi murders. um, but I just feel like, well, there was money taken up for them billboards. Is it the billboards that you're talking about that they put up? Is that who? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, but I mean, that was, months. Well, it was in October of 21
I think
that
them
that,
billboards are very expensive a month. You have to pay for them by month.
yes, you do. And I can't remember. Again, I don't have my notes in front of me.
Well,
I
back when
can't
we had
remember.
a business in Harlan where I lived at, they were like $250 a month, and that's in Harlan. He's scary looking, Richard Allen. He is. I don't know, y'all. I just feel like this case hopefully one day will be solved. I want to keep her name out here and keep talking about her. A lot of people say we don't talk about Summer. I do try to, but every time I do, it's like people come right after the parents instead of talking about who it could have very much been, who else it could have been, or how else she could have been taken. $1,500 a month.
Yeah, they're expensive.
Oh my goodness. So I guess Ryan Upchurch is paying for the one in Nashville, right? Because there's a big one in Nashville.
I'm not aware of that.
Yeah, I went to Nashville quite a bit last year, and there's a real big one as you first go into Nashville. And I think Ryan Upchurch is paying for that. I know that Somebody said it, but I ain't 100% for sure. But somebody's paying for it there in Nashville. And I'm like, I just wish that it could be closer, like Knoxville, or I'd say Sevierville would be outrageous. I think that would
Oh,
be,
I'm sure. Yeah,
oh,
I'm
yeah.
sure.
Oh, Nana, I just want to say, uh, are you excited about the new Buc-ee's that's opening up in Pigeon Forge?
I am. My daughter lives very close to there.
When is it going to open? Do you know?
I don't know the exact date. I just know it's summer of 23.
I heard it was next month. I hope so. I'm going to go and live stream it. I went to the one in Richmond, Virginia, and oh my goodness, there was so much food. You couldn't even imagine how much food. that I just love Buc-ee's. I can't wait till it opens up.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
excited. My daughter lives in Sevierville and my son lives in Knoxville. So,
oh, okay. Well, they don't live far apart then, do they?
not very far. I saw somebody put something in chat about it was a question and I lost it now.
Mm.
But Toaster, my daddy's the one that owns the RV park.
Oh, your daddy owns over RV park?
Mm-hmm.
In Kingsport or?
No, in Greene County.
Oh, in Greene County, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
off of exit 36.
I don't live far from Greene County,
Yeah.
so we're practically neighbors. Me and you are.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. But
And
again, I don't want to take up a lot of your time. I've been on here a lot longer than I had ever planned on it.
oh,
But I
I'm
just
glad
wanted to
you came.
share about the about Summer's Day. We're excited
Okay.
about it. It should be a lot of fun to celebrate
Yeah.
her life and use it as an educational time for families. And I wish Dawn and Candace had it. Who knows what to do when your child goes missing? I
Right.
wouldn't have a clue. I mean, I've learned a lot through all of this,
Right.
you
I
know.
I don't know. I don't know if I could even function. I'll be honest.
I'm
That's just
yeah,
me. That's just me.
yeah.
Um, but everyone's different. Everyone is different. But I'm like, yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and end this live. I've been on here for 2 hours and 36 minutes.
Well, thanks for having me. I will jump down and
You're
let you
welcome. Thank
say
you. Oh,
Candace
sorry.
has my contact information if you or Jinkies want to reach out to me about Summer's Day.
All right. I appreciate that. And you come up anytime, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank
Good
you. Bye
night,
bye.
everybody. Much love to everyone. And it's all about summer, y'all.
Yes, ma'am, it is. Amen. All right, everybody. I guess I'm going to jump off here. Thank you all for coming out here and joining us tonight, talking about little baby Summer. We can talk about the Delphi's next live. I'm very interested in it, Mary. And yeah, we could talk about that for sure. I'm very interested in that. But y'all, thank you so much for coming out. Please pray for Donna Candace. Pray for baby Summer and her brothers. You all pray for each other. We love you guys. Good night. God bless. Until next time. Love you guys. Bye.